Hello and welcome to my new video. In my last video, I explained the change management, which includes overview, lifecycle, types, states, and change creation. In this video, I will explain the SLA, which includes the overview, SLA definition form, benefits, duration and schedule, and time zone. So let's start with the overview of SLA. SLA, which is known as Service Level Agreement, in ServiceNow refers to an agreement between a service provider and a customer that defines the level of service expected from the provider. ServiceNow allows organizations to establish contracts or agreements with their customer or stakeholders regarding the level of service to be provided. These contracts typically outline the expectations, responsibilities, and commitment for both parties, including the agreed upon service levels and consequences for not meeting them. Within ServiceNow, organization can define specific targets and metrics for measuring the performance of their service. These metrics could include response time, resolution time, uptime percentage, and other KPIs relevant to the service being provided. ServiceNow enables organization to specify the duration within which certain tasks or activities should be completed. The duration could vary depending on the type of task, its priority, and any other relevant factors defined in the SLA. Then ServiceNow allows organization to set response time target as the part of their SLAs. Response time refers to the time it takes for a support team to acknowledge or respond to a request or issue. Organizations can define different response time targets based on factors such as severity of the issue or type of service request. Similarly, ServiceNow enables organizations to establish resolution time targets. Resolution time refers to the time it takes to fully resolve an issue or complete a task. Organization can define different resolution time target based on the complexity of issue, the type of service request, and other relevant factors. Then SLA definition form. The SLA definition form contain different fields. So let's explore the SLA definition form on my personal developer instance. So let me open the instance. So for SLA definition, we type SLA definition in the navigator, and under the SLA, this is the SLA definitions module. Uh, this contains all the SLA which are out of the box available. We can create a new SLA by clicking on this new button. Now the SLA form is opened, which contains different fields like name, type, target. In name field, we specify that what is the name of this SLA, then the type, that this is the SLA service level agreement or organizational level agreement or underpinning contract. Then in next, we select the target, which uh, describes that it is a response SLA or resolution SLA. Then we can select the table that determines the record tracked by the SLA. SLA can be defined for any table that extends the task table, including incident, change, request, and service catalog task. Then the flow. We can select the flow to run when the SLA definition attached to the task record. Selecting a flow disables the workflow field. Then enable logging. This checkbox is used to activate debug logging just for the specific SLA definition. The debug logging information includes detail of the conditions that have matched or not matched. The information also provides the before and the after values for the task SLA and task records. Then the next is application. The application shows that we are creating the SLA in which you can say that application, like currently my application is employee relation, HR employee relation. So it is by default showing the application human resource employee relation. Then duration type. Duration type specify the method for calculating the duration of SLA. The duration can either be a user specified duration or a relative duration, such as uh, breach on due date or end of the next business day. Then the duration. Duration specify the length of the time SLA runs before it is marked breached. The field appears when the duration is user specified duration. Then next is schedule source. It specify the schedule to be used when creating task SLA. You can specify, you can say that one of the options like no schedule, SLA definition, and incident field. The next is schedule. Schedule, you can say that shows the different schedules for the SLA. Then the time zone source. The time zone source, you can say that specify the time zones when creating task SLAs. You can specify one of the following time zone like the color time zone, the SLA definition time zone, the CI information, and different options. Then there are different tabs like start condition, pause condition, stop condition, and reset condition. In start condition, we can you can say that set the condition on which the SLA triggered. Then the next is you can say that when to cancel, in which we can select that on which basis the SLA should be cancelled. Like if we can select the start conditions are not met, then the SLA should be cancelled. We can also set the condition for the cancellation of SLA. Then pause condition. It defines the condition under which the SLA suspends increasing elapsed time. From the when to resume list, you can choose the condition under which the SLA resume increasing elapsed time. When to resume shows the resume conditions are met, pause conditions are met. If a user select pause condition are met option, then if one or more of the specified pause conditions no longer match, the elapsed time continues to increase. The pause conditions are not met option is selected by default, and resume conditions are met option, if one or more of the specified resume conditions match, the elapsed time continues to increase. Then stop condition define the condition under which the SLA completes. If all these conditions match, then the SLA completes regardless of whether it is breached. Then reset condition. Reset determine whether the existing task is cancelled or completed on the task SLA. Reset defines the condition under which the running SLA is cancelled or completed and a new SLA is attached. For a new SLA to be attached, the start condition must match. Reset condition also helps to configure SLA when the value of any specified field on the task record changes to or changes from a specific value. So these are the different fields on the SLA definition form. Then the benefits of SLA. Improved customer experience. Customer can invest in a service provider or taking a risk. They are acting in good faith with the expectation that the provider will be able to meet their needs. The SLA provides these customers with a sort of safety net. The customer knows that should the provider fail to deliver on the agreed upon service or otherwise fail to meet obligations, then the customer will have legally binding level binding documentation to assist them in seeking restitution. By managing expectations and giving customers some much needed insurance, SLAs can improve the overall customer experience. Then improved employee experience. When obligations are clearly defined and metrics are transparent and quantifiable, it benefits everyone involved. This includes employees who have a clever understanding of what is expected of them and know the performance will be measured. Then established a trust source of information. In many ways, the SLA acts as a mediator, ensuring that everyone's best interests are being looked after. It is something that can be trusted by both parties, acting as a source of reliable, legally vetted information relevant to the service standards and other guidelines. Increase productivity and performance. The metrics established with SLA offers their own internal advantages with clear expectations. Employees have a north star by which to guide their performance. This leads to improved productivity and increased personal accomplishment. So these are the different benefits of SLA. Then duration and schedule. User specified duration specifies a static duration period such as 8 hours long with a business schedule. The duration field is disabled, enabled you to specify the length of time in days, hours, minutes and seconds that the SLA must run before it is marked as breached. The number of days specified in the duration field is converted to 24-hour blocks each time that you set a duration. An example breach time information message is displayed at the top of the form. This information assists you in understanding how the breach date is calculated. For example, if the current date is January 1st January 2015, the time is 10:30 am and the duration is set to 10 hours and no schedule has been selected, the following information message is displayed. An SLA starting now will be end breached on 1st January 2015 at 8:30 pm. Actual elapsed time 10 hours. Then relative duration, specify a duration relative to the start time of the task SLA and is defined using a script. For example, you can select a relative duration such as a breach on due date, end of the next business day or next business day by 4 p.m. The set of relative duration is defined in the core configuration using script based duration calculations. Then no schedule. If the no schedule option is selected, the SLA will calculate based on 24/7 schedule. Then SLA definition. If the SLA definition option is selected, the schedule drop down list appears. Then table field. This option picks its title from the option selected in the table field earlier on the SLA definition form. For example, if incident is selected in the table field, then this option appears as incident field. If the task table field option is selected, the schedule source field drop-down list appears. So these are the different duration and schedules. Then time zone. Specify the time zone source to be used when creating task SLA. You can select one of the following options: the caller time zone, the SLA definition time zone, uh, and there are different options like CI location time zone, task location time zone, and caller location time zone. The caller location time zone, if this option is selected and the caller has not selected a time zone, then the system time zone is used. If the SLA definition time zone, if the this time zone is selected, then the time zone list appears. Which the shows that the CI location time zone, task location time zone, and caller location time zone. So these are the different options in the time zone available to configure the SLA time zone. So that's all for this session. Before I wrap up, let's quickly review that what I have covered in this session. Like we started from overview, then SLA definition form, then benefits, then duration and schedule, and at the end we discuss about the time zone. So that's all for now. In my upcoming session, we will cover the instance management. Thank you.